What's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. Boop, right here at good old Cabellas in Hudson, Massachusetts. I decided to take a trip out here and see what's on tap and what they have that I don't have that I might use or need. So I picked up 3 new knives and I opened those packages with the off-grid Viper. I enjoy carrying this thing more and more every day. It's a really good knife. And it was recommended to me by the Shredder. The whole off-grid company was recommended to me by the Shredder. The Shredder's the one that's his channel that turned me on to this brand. And I'll do a review and I could say something like, oh, I really don't like this, or I don't like this, I don't like this. That doesn't mean I don't like this, right? Just because I'm hard on something, it's because I'm unbiased and honest. So I might love the product and I might really enjoy the product, but if there's something that means I have to talk smack about, I'm going to talk smack about it, right? It's just like I talk about K-bar all the time. I like K-bar less and less every time I touch one, and that's true. And with the K-bar leather stacked handle knives or any kind of stick tang knife that they sell, that's not going to change. It's just, I'm so disappointed with, you know, the handle department in K-bar. And when you talk about like the Becker series, the BK9, the BK7, the BK3, or BK2, all these knives are phenomenal. They're great knives. They have the worst handles in the business, right? Does that mean I won't buy one or use one? Hell no. I love those knives, but I'm going to talk crap about a Becker's handle all day long. I am going to not let it go because they keep putting a crappy handle on a great knife. So is it a knife I would recommend even though I talk smack about it? Abso-freaking-lutely. If you have a chance to go out and get a Becker right now, go get one. The knife is great. Just remember, you're probably going to want to change those god-awful handles. And all these knife reviewers out there, they say, oh, no, it's a great knife. You put some hockey tape around it and blah, blah. Why do you have to do that? That's my thing. That's why I get so worked up about that crap. You shouldn't have to change your grip for your grip to be right. So when I talked about like the backcountry that I just did, that was sent to me from Shredder, or any of the other ones I talk about, if I point out something, even a little something negative, it's not because the knife is bad. It's because that one thing could have been just better. And then if that one thing, think about it, if the Beckers came with the micarta scales that you can buy separate, way to get us to spend our money, then that knife would probably be one of the most flawless knives on the market, right? I mean, what would I be able to have to say negative about a BK series knife if they all came with those sweet micarta scales? Nothing. That's exactly what I'm saying. And it's just like the off-grid fixed blades. So far, I've only held 2 fixed blades, the backcountry and the tracker, which I have coming up. Both of them have big, thick handles. If both of them had between an 1/8 and a 1/4 inch shaved less in the bottom of the handle, then those knives would be just insane. And they're already insane. They're insanely overbuilt knives. I really like them. But getting back on track, this is the one I have with me, and this is the one I use to open up my packages. So if you are looking for a good pocket knife and you want one that's tested, whoo, I'll tell you what, this Viper is tough as nut. So get that out of the way, because I hate when people think I'm downing a knife when I'm just talking about it, right? Just the way it is. All right, so I bought 3 today. One of them is the large size pilar, however you're going to say it. This one is the overgrown version of the Pico that I gave you. And there's another version that's just a little bit smaller than this one that has steel frame, steel grip instead of G10. And it looks exactly like it, but just different size. This one's the large. It's a little bigger. And even though it's small, it's the large. Right? I'm not making this crap up. And I'm going to give you guys just my first hold impressions, because I'm not going to do it a knife review in a car. But my first overall impressions. First overall impression on this one is it's crazy comfortable. Crazy comfortable. I am a big CRKT fan, but I am going to tell you, even though I'm a fan, I'll tell you what I don't like. The action on it doesn't feel as smooth as like the Batum. It doesn't have that smooth open like the Fossil. Oh my gosh, that knife is great. It's opening and it's closing and it's staying the way it should be. It's got a nice frame lock on it. But it doesn't feel as smooth, and that could be one of those things where it just takes a little bit of open and closing, and who knows, a little bit of what do you call it, lube in there might, ooh, man, this thing might fly. It just almost feels like there's grinding. Listen. I don't even know if you can hear that. It's just like it's going shh, shh, shh. And it doesn't have that, you know, it sounds like friction. That's what it sounds like. So, oh man, see if I can pop it. Okay, it pops. But I think working this one in, it's going to be awesome. The actual shape is really nice. Got a pretty sheep's foot on there. The choil is the right size choil. Oh my God, look at that. My finger fits in it, and I'm not against the edge of the blade, of the edge of the edge. So, first thoughts on the CRKT pillar. I like it. Is it perfect? No, but it might be one of those just break it in type things. I'll throw a little lube on there and see how it goes. But as far as holding it, oh my gosh, it's so comfortable. Very, very nice. Very nice. All right, so next we have the Gerber Sumo. I was kind of excited about this one just because it's big. It's big. I like a big knife, and it does have a nice pivot lock on it. Look at this, but check this out. Look at the scales. Oh man, is that a good looking knife or what? That is a what? That is a good looking knife. I don't care who you are. That spear point is gorgeous. The pivot lock is really, really nice. Nice entry, nice entry, nice release. I'm not always a big fan of spring injected locks because that just means more moving parts. More moving parts means more of an opportunity to break it. But it is a pocket knife, not a camp knife. So it's made to open up and get stuff cut. And I have no doubts in my mind that it will do that. This little Gerber right here is sweet, man. The handles, oh man, so well done. So well done, so comfortable. The grind is just right. It's a nice flat. It looks really sweet. It's a pretty knife, and you can see it compared to this one as far as size is concerned. It's a big knife. It's a big knife. And I am a fan of big knives, and mainly because my hands are big, but secondary is you just do more with it. You know what I mean? If all of a sudden life calls for a knife, you need something, you know, around 4 inches to hit major organs. And I'm talking about the kind you play with your fingers, not the kind inside your body. So that's it on that one right there. Even though it tapers to a really thin end over here, I thought that was going to be a big no-no. I was like, ooh, that's going to like feel like it wants to slip out of the hand. There's not going to be enough grip. And I have to say that with this, your big fat pocket clip there, you get a good meaty hold in there. But beyond that, the actual scale itself has a great texturing. It's really, listen, you hear that? It sounds like a turkey call. That means it is gripping. Look at my thumb is like going skidding across as I push it. Sweet. So I am pretty happy with that. Now, all of these knives are crazy affordable too. I think the most expensive one is the pilar, and that is $40. And I think this one might be like around 30. And the other one I'm gonna show you is only $20. Now, I have been looking long and hard for a S.O.G fixed blade that I could look at without going, ugh. because I hate SOG fixed blades. I am just not a fan. I saw this one and I thought, okay, that looks nice. I actually really dig the overall look at this. Then I opened it and I found something to dislike immediately, and not just because it's SOG, but mostly because it's SOG. All right, so this is just a piece of rubber. It's like a hard molded rubber that's injected, and it just goes all the way around like that. It is really, really garbage material. I mean, find a way to keep the price down. I have no idea what the tang looks like. I mean, no idea. It's not a full tang knife. But what it is a bushcraft knife. And with this very thin stock, it's just made for bushcraft. So I'm not worried about the tang, because this isn't going to be your batoning knife. This isn't going to be your chopping knife. Nothing like that. It's going to be a campsite cutter, right? This is going to be that blade that just cuts what you need cut. And that's why I am not concerned about what it looks like on the inside. Now, when it comes to this crappy material, I'm going to give it up to him. I'm going to say, good job on this crappy handle. These little tooth marks right here, when I do them on my knives, I call them Bigfoot teeth. These actually work. And the fact that it's rubber gives you a nice grab. Now, unlike the other one, I'm skidding right across it. It doesn't, this is rubber, and it doesn't have the grip that Gerber Sumo has. But, all in all, it works. Now, if I hold it like this, you're going to see like an extra little tooth cutout right there. And you think, well, what's that good for? As soon as you do this, you can feel it. You can feel the meat in your finger wrap into that and actually get a pretty good hold. So while I am completely unimpressed with the material, I am very impressed with how the material works, right? They made it work for this. Unlike the Becker, where it's just a crappy hard piece of plastic, this crappy hard piece of plastic is actually textured in a way where it gives you a very soft feel and allows your hand to just make love to the grip. I mean, you are in it, man. This thing is pretty good right here. As far as the blade, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I'm eager to get cutting with it and see how good it is. But overall, this is, in my opinion, one of the most attractive blades I've seen from S.O.G. I mean, I really am not a fan of S.O.G stuff. It's like Spyderco. The difference with Spyderco, I think Spyderco, most of their knives are just ugly as sin, but they work so well. So if this one can, do the whole put up or shut up test and actually prove some good knifing, then I'm going to be a fan. I'm going to be a fan. Even though I don't want to be, I'm going to be if it works. But that's it. That's it for that. So it feels good. It feels good. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. And that's it. I'll tell you, could they have done a better job picking a handle material? Yeah, they could have. But who knows, when this thing is wet, which is a lot of how you're going to be using it, this is made to have like animal guts on it. This little rubber handle might be spectacular with guts. So I am going to be hard on it, and say, wow, what a crappy material. But at the same time, I'm going to be very optimistic because the crappy material is good crap. So that's what that is. Now it comes with a little Kydex sheath, which I really like the sheath and I really hate the sheath at the same time. And you think, well, that doesn't make any sense. Come on, it's me. I barely ever make sense. But one of the good things is there's a cutout inside the sheath, so the blade, the little tiny piece of the edge, will be exposed for line cutting, stuff like that. So you don't have to remove the knife to cut some line. You just go pop it right there, and it's good. And I can appreciate, and it says line cutter right there. So good. I wasn't wrong. And then they offer you, it's called a MACV multi-tool. It's supposed to look like an Army Green Beret, Army Ranger, right here. And it sure does. It looks like a little skull with a beret on it. I get it. But for me, I mean, it's useless. What am I going to do with that thing? So that is going to end up sitting somewhere and never getting used. If you want it, let me know. Although it does have a little sharpener attached to it. Let's check it. Who knows? If there's a field sharpener, I just don't know how. What am I going to do? Stick it in my pocket and then hope I don't lose it? So it has the bottle opener. It has a bunch of things for wrenches. It does have a little line cutter right here, but you have a line cutter already on the thing, so it's got well, that's supposed to be a Phillips head right there and a flathead. All right, so not much of a Phillips and a flathead. Little pry action right there. It looks more like a golf ball divoter. But right here is a sharpener. So, I mean, in the field, having a little sharpener isn't a bad thing, right? Let's see, I use this a lot, so why not? So it's a pull-through sharpener. So all I'm going to do is pull through. And you can hear the at the end. That just means my blade needs to be sharpened because I'm getting a little catch on the end. And there you go. Nice and smooth. So I just removed a couple of burrs off of the edge right there. It honed it up pretty good. So if there was a way to attach this, I mean, sure, you could always just throw it around a chain around your neck or something. But if there was a way, otherwise I would just have to rely on a different field sharpener. And that's it. So who knows? Maybe the little sharpener will help. It just took off some burrs on this knife, so that's good. But that's one that we will be getting to. So there's 3 new knives that are coming. This is called the Ace Combo Pack from S.O.G. Oh, and one thing I hate is the digital camo. In the Army, one thing I could not wait for was to get rid of this awful pattern. It is gross. When we went to multicams, oh man, I felt so good. It reminded me of the old school jungles, just better. So I wish they would have done just like plain black or like a coyote tan or something. To do it with that really awful digital pattern, it just looks ugly hanging off the belt, everything like that. But it looks like it's well built, so I will just roll with it. That's it. That's 3 blades I got coming to you, and 1 blade that is gonna just keep on coming because this thing is a good carry along right here. That's it. Got big stuff coming. I know Scab at Choir Boys Cutlery. Scab's got some big things coming. Pay attention. There's whole lots of stuff, man. Whole lots of stuff. So that's it. That was it was supposed to be quicker. I am Donnie P all day, damn it. Until next knife.